Good day everyone. For today's video, I'm going to discuss about exponent and the law of exponent. Exponent. Exponent is a mathematical operation involving two numbers, the base or b and the exponent or power of n, and pronounced as b raised to the power of n. Exponentation can be extended to allow any real or complex exponent. By integers, exponent can also define for a wide variety of algebraic structures, including matrices. It is used extensively in many fields, including economics, biology, chemistry, physics, and computer sciences. Law of exponent as the property that the product of the same bases h raised to an exponent is equal to the base raised to the sum of the exponent. Law of exponent. Here is the first three law of exponent and the basic law of exponent. First is if you have an x to the power of 1 or raised to the power of 1. Second is if you have x to the power of or raised to the power of 0. Third is x to the power or raised to the power of negative 1. So first, if you have x to the power of 1, it is equal to x or the base. If you have an x to the power of 0, it is equal to 1, not a 0 but 1. And if you have a negative exponent, example, x to the power of negative 1 is equal to 1 over x, because the inverse of the negative is the positive and the inverse of the division is multiplication, so we can divide it in order to cancel out the negative. So here is the example. First is if you have 6 to the power of 1 is equal to the base or 6, and the second is 7 to the power of 0 is equal to 1, or if you have any numbers that raised to the power of 0, it is equal to 1. And last is 5 to the power of negative 1 is equal to 1 over 5 to the power of 1. Here is the first three law of exponent. This x to the power of 1, x to the power of 0, and x to the power of negative 1. And then other laws of exponent. First is if you have the same base and different exponent, and the operation that you use is multiplication, you can add the exponent. Example, x to the power of m times x to the power of n is equal to x to the power of n m plus n. This for the numbers, 2 to the power of 3 times 2 to the power of 4 is equal to 2 to the power of 3 plus 4, or 2 to the power of 7. Next is the same for the first law. If you have the same base but different exponent, but the operation that you use is division, the exponent that you use in the operation that you use in exponent is negative. This, so example, x to the power of m over x to the power of n is equal to x to the power of n minus n. In numbers, 2 to the power of 5 over 2 to the power of 3 is equal to 2 to the power of 5 minus 3. Next is, if you have a base to the power of other to the power of m to the power and other exponent, is the operation that you used in exponent is multiplication, like this. Example, x to the power of m to the power of n is equal to x to the power of m times n. In numbers, 2 to the power of 3 to the power of 4 is equal to 2 to the power of 3 times 4, or 2 to the power of 12. And next is, if you have different base but the same exponent, you can use distributive property. So example, x to the times y to the power of n is equal to x to the power of n times y to the power of n. So you distribute the exponent in the different bases. So in numbers, 2 times 3 to the power of 3 is equal to 2 to the power of 3 times 3 to the power of 3. The next is, it is the same. You have different base but the same exponent. You can use distributive property, but the operation that they use is division. So x over y to the power of n is equal to x to the power of n over y to the power of n. So distributive property ang gigamit. So sa numbers, 2 to the over 3 to the power of 3 is equal to 2 to the power of 3 over 3 to the power of 3. So that's all my report. Thank you for watching and listening. I hope that you gain some ideas about exponent. God bless. Thank you.